Today, we've got something seriously special when it comes to the world of clay target shooting. Whether you're a trap, skeet, sporting clay shooter, it doesn't even matter. This is something that you deserve. We were invited to check out a place that was designed specifically for the shooter and no detail was overlooked. This isn't just a showroom. It's a complete experience packed with value, entertainment, and knowledge. We are taking a look at everything from the showroom, the TruClay's training simulator, custom stock shop, and getting out to the range for some serious shooting. Without further ado, enjoy learning about Highland Sporting Outfitters.
Today we're at Highland Sporting Outfitters in Maryland. They are a premium Krieghoff dealer. I'm talking one-offs, crown grades, special commissioned engravings. This is an experience unlike any you've ever had. They have other premium brand gun manufacturers as well, but this experience, they have a TruClay simulator, a world-class service department. This is an experience that's luxury and they've thought of every detail. Come with me and check it out. Hey everybody, I'm with Alessandro Vitale, the creator of Highland Sporting Outfitters here. And Alessandro, what a place. This is incredible.
Well, thanks, Cody. Thanks for coming all the way up from Atlanta here to Hunt Valley, Maryland. No one ever thought this type of store would be built in this area just because of where we are. We're just an hour outside of DC. We are an hour and 15 minutes to M&M and some top sporting clay places that are around the area here. Hopkins Game Farm is close by. So we wanted to create an immersive gallery experience to honor clay shooting. That's what I grew up with. That's what I know your passion is. Yeah. So whether it's skeet, trap, sporting clays, or the upland bird hunter, anything to do with shotgun sports is what we wanted to focus on here at Highland and create a showroom similar to what you see at Beretta Gallery, where you can come in and walk around, and whatever price point, we feel that we've sourced the best product at that price point so that you can enjoy your clay target shooting.
Yeah, well, when I walked in the door, I mean, this place is just unbelievable. I mean, everything is so intentionally and intelligently designed that, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I get a really warm, welcoming vibe here. I've been in a million different gun stores, and to call this a gun shop seems like a disservice.
Well, that's why we wanted to create like a gallery. I guess as we grew up, as I mentioned before, the Beretta Gallery in New York, these famous places where you go and see, and being Italian, going to Italy and visiting these high-end stores that have that feeling of family, but very upscale, to feel like you're in a special place. Right. I mean, when you're coming into a place where it's an aspirational brand for a lot of people to buy certain brands that we have here, sure, you need to be treated special and create that vibe that you're participating in something sure, that everyone enjoys.
And I mean, the guns of the year, I mean, all these premium brands here, I mean, just absolutely stunning.
Thank you. We have some pretty cool guns, and people ask all the time, do you shoot functional artwork? Yes. The right, guns that we have, whatever the brands are, they're built to go out and shoot in the rain. They're built to go out and shoot in the cold weather, and don't baby them. Right. Because if something happens, we can fix them here too. Yeah. We can refinish them, we can fix them, we can adjust them, so it's not a problem. They're built to be enjoyed.
Well, gun sales obviously are a major part of what we do here, but this has a very lounge atmosphere that you've created, and I think a lot of people would just come here and enjoy, the experience and ambiance of it, and just share stories and all kinds of stuff. This is a great hub that you've created here.
So we know that when we go to shoots, whether it's skeet, trap, or sporting, a lot of the fun and the real part of what makes it special are the people, and hanging out with the people during the shoot and after the shoot. And then after the season ends, a lot of us go through withdrawal, right? We spend more time with our squad mates and our shooters than we do with real family. Right. And then you go through that phase like, oh my gosh, who do I call and talk to now and talk about that story? And did you see me shoot that pair or break that? So now you can come here, and we have people that come here and hang out, and you can have coffee and hang out in the lounge and exchange war stories, get your gear sized up for the next season, maybe tune up your skills in the simulator, get a lesson from you, and go from there. So that's what we created.
Yeah, well, you absolutely nailed it. And I can't wait to take the viewers through and experience what y'all have to offer here. So Alessandro, before we go back to the $1 million wall, take me through some of these other premium brands that you have here. But before we do that, how did you get into this? Let's hear your backstory on that.
Well, I started when I was very young because of my father. So my father came from Italy, went to night school, learned English, and then happened to get drafted during the Vietnam era.
Okay.
So during that time, it was fortunate that he got stationed in Gardone Valtrompia in Brescia in Italy and became friends with the base commander and realized, well, if I go shoot clay birds, I don't have to do a lot of Army stuff. So my dad picked up skeet shooting and joined the NSSA. Okay. And I remember as a kid, the first gun that I ever saw was the NSSA sticker on my dad's Beretta.
Okay.
And so that brand to me has always been a very special brand. It was my dad's first gun, and being Italian, you know, I know I shoot a German gun now, but being Italian, that brand is special. It's special to the Italian people, to my cousins, to the heritage. So getting started, then I started skeet shooting at the same club where I'm now president of. The same club where I ran a 400 straight with some of the great shooters of all time during the Elite Championship. Wow. Which was really cool. So to be here and represent the brand that represents my heritage and my family, the Italian brands. Right. So it was very special to me to be able to have that.
I mean, you got a little bit of everything here. Kind of take us through, you know, from, you know, all the different guns you have.
Well, we thought it was important that no matter how beautiful a place or environment looks, everyone has a budget.
Sure.
Everyone has different levels of shooting and how much they want to put into it. So we felt that we looked and sourced the best product at that price point.
Okay.
Whether it was a $1,300 A300 entry gun, all the way up to the Beretta EE double Ls, the DT, whatever the brand would be.
Sure.
And we're able to show what the difference is between each one. So as we can come up there to the most popular guns to get you in the game.
Sure.
Whether it's skeet, whether it's sporting clays, whether it's trap, we have that for you. And then depending on your level of expertise, you want to get to a different level of gun, we have that for you. Yeah,
no, that's great. I mean, literally something for everybody. And, you know, I always recommend that people buy whatever is in their budget, right? And there's somebody can find something here that fits their budget and will perform very well on that.
And also, being where we're located in Maryland, Chesapeake Bay is very famous for waterfowl hunting.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of ducks, geese, waterfowl, upland birds. So Beretta semi-automatics.
Sure.
Benelli is one of my favorite brands of all time. It's the greatest inertia shotgun in the world. So Benelli plays a real big part of what we do. It's one of my favorite guns, one of my favorite guns to go out and shoot with. I mean, so you have everything from your best gas gun to your best inertia shotgun. And again, different price points, but it is the best of that category for you to go out and achieve, whether it's birds, clays, or just the lifestyling. Yeah. So we have that.
Yeah, and that's even, I mean, like I said, outside of the clay side of it, you know, the lifestyle, the hunter, right? You're outfitting them as well. And, well, that's great. Well, let's take me through some of these other guns. Let's go over here.
Well, as we go from Beretta, we can move to Caesar Guerini. So Caesar Guerini's been in business a long time. They're part of the FABARM group, and they make some phenomenal guns. And again, they're also based in Maryland. People are like, what are you doing in Maryland? Well, Maryland is home of Caesar Guerini. Okay. So we have Caesar Guerini, FABARM, and Syren, all in Maryland. Yeah. Beretta, Accokeek, Maryland. Benelli shotgun, Accokeek, Maryland. So there's a lot of gun heritage in this area of the United States, especially in Maryland. So we're close, as I said before, to so many upland bird, waterfowl hunting, sporting clay, skeet ranges. If you're known in the Zone 2, as the NSSA, NSCA refers to it, there's a lot of opportunity. Almost every weekend from spring till fall, there's a place to either go shoot a registered skeet shoot, a trap shoot, sporting clays, or bird hunting. So we have that covered for you here.
That's great. Yeah, come in, see the showroom, and pick up a shoot on while you're here too.
Right.
That's great. Cool. Well, let's see what else you have here.
Sure. As we talk about accessories, this is the second most important thing after we pick a shotgun. And we drove around the area, in this area for a long time, and tried to find one particular store that would cater to wing shooting, skeet, trap, or sporting clays. Where would you go and find a pair of Ranger glasses? Where would you go and find Briley chokes? Yeah. Or if you bought a gun and needed an adjustment, a comb adjustment, a pad adjustment, a refinishing, or some service work done, there isn't any place within hundreds of miles to go buy them. So we went to a bunch of different stores and said, if I needed to go buy Remington or Federal ammunition and a great shooting vest and a pouch and a pair of glasses because I want to go shoot sporting clays, skeet, or trap, didn't exist. All those did not exist in one place. Even most people that are going to watch this will realize in their areas, where is that store where I go into where it's a one-stop shop for my sport.
Right.
So think of us as a golf pro shop.
Sure.
You know, we're not selling tennis balls and baseballs and volleyballs, which are all great sports in their own. We're focused specifically on upland birds, waterfowl, and clay target sports. So we thought that was very important to have a place to go and have everything under one roof.
Well, and the sport requires, you know, a lot of specialty items and accessories and everything. And I mean, you've done a really good job here of outfitting all the accessories because there's so many of them. And, you know, we got Briley chokes in front of us and the Ranger glasses. I see you've got some range finders and binos here. And, you know, tell me about the wood blanks behind us here.
So as you know, Highland has a custom shop, and we'll go back and see the custom shop. So we're able to do everything from a fully customized stock, or if you have a stock that you enjoy using, but you damaged it, you scratched it, or you went to a beautiful high-end gun store and had a stock made, but you've lost weight or gained weight and you need to have your comb adjusted, any alterations, you need a new pad, your pad wears off. A lot of people haven't changed their pads in years since they bought their gun. Or ever. And the new type of shirts that we wear are synthetic. So they're kind of a plastic. And those type of stocks and pads slide off. So it's a good thing to have a place to go and upgrade your pads so that your gun fit is proper and you can get the maximum use out of your gear. But yes, we do have dozens and dozens of different wood blanks and varieties that you can pick from to do a lot of custom stocks and to change that around. So that's exciting to see when we get back to the custom shop.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to check that out.
Let's go check out some popular shooting accessories.
Absolutely.
So whether it comes to jackets, quarter zips, any type of clothing I feel that you need for shooting is similar to what you would wear playing golf. You need full range of movement.
Yeah.
So when you lift your hands up, your shirt isn't pulling, your collar isn't in the way, all the different type of clothing. So whether it's wintertime, whether it's a wild hair Krieghoff jacket, a waterproof jacket, you know, we have the quarter zips, the golf shirts, hats, but then people ask and they go, what is one of the most important accessories that we ever shoot with? And when it's a hot day, what do we know? It's a sweat towel.
Sweat towel.
So the sweat towel is besides eye and ears, the towel is probably one of the most important things you'll ever have inside your bag or on the side of your belt.
And speaking of bags, you got a bunch of different bags here.
A bunch of different bags, really nice high quality leather bags. These are made for us from a fellow shooter in Texas.
Wow.
So these are made in the United States. They're really good high-end bags. A lot of people today don't want to wear the heavy vests, but we have the vest. We're a bear pelt dealer, Castellani. We have the vest, we have the pouches. So everyone prefers different things to be able to shoot with, whatever's comfortable. Really nice high-end range bags. And then a lot of ladies' accessories, ladies' golf shirts, ladies' quarter zips, different bags. So it's very important to be able to have that for all seasons. And as we know how important the time we spend on gun fit depends on the time of the year and what you're wearing. So we have a lot of people that'll come in and change the pads of their guns from fall, because we live up here in Maryland, it gets cold, so you're out shooting and practicing with a heavy jacket. We're not fortunate like some people that are always down in Florida or Atlanta, Georgia, where it doesn't get that cold. But the jacket makes a difference. Gun fit and freedom of movement makes a difference. So we feel that proper shooting accessories and clothing, including footwear, goes along with what you need to have with your regular gear.
All of that stuff combined, you know, allows you to, you know, shoot your best. If you're uncomfortable while you're shooting, I mean, you're gonna be distracted and, you know, it's not gonna work well.
I always admire those who can wear a tweed sport coat and a tie and shoot. I can't, but they do, and they do it well. So to each his own.
Good on them, right?
That's right.
That's awesome. Well, tons of great accessories here. Everything is top notch. You carry a bunch of different ammunition here as well.
So we're a Federal dealer, Remington dealer, Winchester dealer, because as you know, everyone has their own specific type of ammunition. And whether it's 1 ounce, ounce and an eighth, whatever shot size, however many feet per second, we have them. So that's like a wine list. So if you come into Highland and you ask for the high-end wine list, it's really the ammo list. And you'll pick exactly what you want to do. The other thing that has taken off and has been very popular are e-bikes, because a lot of people go out and they don't want to spend $30,000, $40,000 for a bugged out buggy
on the low end,
and then a trailer on the low end. And doing all that, they realize that an e-bike with 2 gun scabbards in the front and your range bag in the back, and you can put this on a little hitch on the back of your car or truck, 27-mile range, and you can go shoot sporting clays all day long. Or if you're a hunter and you want to drive through the woods, we have a lot of parks in the area that don't allow motorized vehicles, but they allow electric.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
I'm seeing more and more of these at the shoots, and people getting around. I mean, the venues are big, and people need to get around and don't necessarily want to rent a golf cart for that. So that's pretty cool. Y'all offer those as well. Well, then we got so much more to see. Keep showing me around.
All right, let's go.
All right, on our next stop of the Highland tour is the Krieghoff wall.
As a child, being Italian, the car was the Italian epitome. Everybody wanted Enzo's Ferrari. You want the Ferrari.
Yep.
That's what everybody wanted. I wasn't that kid. I wanted the German Porsche 911, the 911 Turbo S, the GT3 RS. Those were the cars that I wanted.
Cars.
So for the clay shooter, I believe that this is the Porsche 911, is the Krieghoff shotgun.
Definitely.
They're overbuilt, they're handmade. You become part of a bespoke family that's family owned. You're treated as part of the family when you own one of these guns. In terms of holding their value, they're spectacular. And it's one of the few guns that are designed to handle 25 to 30,000 rounds every year flawlessly. You get an annual service because you feel like it deserves it, not maybe because it needs the annual service, but hey, I want to treat it. It's treating me well, so we'll give you an annual service. And it's one of the few guns that, even if you shoot birds with it, if you take a K-20 to Argentina, that can sit there and shoot 3,000 to 4,000 doves a day for the entire week, and you never do anything to it. So to me, it's a special part. It was the gun that got me to a certain level where I became part of Team Krieghoff, and then eventually made it to the pro staff of Krieghoff, and then became the pro staff team manager for Krieghoff, which was a big deal. And then now to be able to sell and represent the family and the brand that I truly am passionate about is a special part of Highland. It's a very special part for us here.
Yeah, and you hit on some of the highlight features of the guns. The one thing that stands out the most to me, other than all the configurations that you can get, but the triggers. The triggers are so good on those guns.
The triggers are like breaking glass.
Yes.
Just a consistent, perfect pull, and all that adds to your confidence. Your gear is very important. So whether you're starting to compete, people always say to me, well, you know what, I'm gonna get something better when I shoot better.
Right.
I'm gonna buy the better thing when I get better and my scores improve. I believe the opposite. I believe if you can do it, and the proper gear will help elevate you, because it takes a lot of the guess game out of your mental game. So is the gun gonna work? Are the triggers gonna work? Does it go off every time? Right? It's in your back of your mind. If you had a misfire on a different brand, is it gonna happen here? No. So the confidence in your gear, whether it's the K80, the K20, the Parkour, any of the different models, and once you own, you're part of a family, a true family, because there is a Mr. Dieter Krieghoff, and in Germany, there's one here in the United States, and they're out and they're supporting you. And believe me, you are family when you have one of these guns.
Yeah, and they are just a fantastic tool. That's our partner, right? And you got to have wholehearted belief in your partner that it's going to do its job if you do your job. And I feel the same way when I'm shooting mine.
That's great. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, let's go down and look at some really special ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. As we go down here, I like to call this the $1 million wall. So we have some very bespoke, special guns that over the years are pretty much one-ofs. We have a pair of guns here that are the K80 Racers, which are the only two of its kind that I know of that were ever built, that ever will be built, that are very special. And then as we go into the different receivers that we have in different barrel lengths, as you know, the K80 is infinite. And what barrel length you want, what type of receiver that you want, the wood quality that's there. And then as we go from this, you think, well, my gosh, this is the highest level, right? We're at the pinnacle. This is it. No, we'll go. But wait, there's more. There's more. We'll go to the next level. Wow. And here we have a lot of very special K80 shotguns. These are very special. A lot of these have been done by Creative Arts. And we're very fortunate to have the 125th anniversary K80, serial number 125000, Waters of the Chesapeake.
Wow. So
this gun is a 4-barrel set, which is available here at Highland, which is amazing that we have that. 2 Creative Art guns. We have Elements of Time gun that's here, and a lot of very special guns, including just it's very special, but a standard, I think, of the fine guns is a K80 Crown Grade.
Absolutely.
Like, this is a must-have, I think. Anybody who wants a really high gun is a Crown Grade, and then yes, you could go up and have the one-of guns in that. So, but they all shoot exactly the same. So it's just a matter of how much gingerbread, how much love do you want to go out there? And people ask about this all the time. I'm like, I would never shoot this gun. Why?
Yeah.
These are made for the rain, they're made for the wind, they're made for the ice, for the snow. Take them out, because there's a place called Highland that'll fix any mark, any scratch, any annual service that you need, we'll be able to take care of. It's the same gun that can handle 30,000 rounds a year and withstand anything you throw at it.
And they're functional works of art. So we have all these amazing guns sitting right here, but you told me about a super cool training tool that you have in the back called...
We do. TruClays.
TruClays.
So we're the only place in the United States with a full simulator lounge, similar to a golf simulator, but it's set up for skeet, trap, sporting clays, upland bird shooting. So we can actually take one of your favorite guns and you can feel the mechanics and feel the weight and how that gun feels in a real world application.
Oh,
let's go give it a try.
Let's go shoot it.
Let's go. And here's TruClays.
Wow. This is incredible.
It's a really nice setup.
Wow.
So we'll take you through the process. So TruClays is the only true simulated skeet, trap, sporting clay, FETAS hunting simulator for you to really understand body mechanics, matching gun speed to target speed, and understanding a lot of the basics before we go out and shoot real clays with real ammunition.
Wow.
It takes a lot of the guesswork out. So we can go back and recreate your body mechanics. We can look at your hits. We can see how your impact is, how many seconds it took you to get to target. I talked about how much smoke you're hanging on that target, whether you were late, whether you were behind, on top. We'll be able to dial in every little thing that you need before we go out and do it for real.
Wow, so people could take a gun from the showroom or their gun and try it right on this simulator?
We can take any gun that we represent, any of our brands that you're interested in buying, and we can come in here and hook it up to the TruClay simulator.
Wow.
That way you can get a real feel. This isn't like a toy gun that you're going to use or someone you provide. You're using the real K80, the real 688, the real A400, whichever gun you want. You'll come out and we'll set it up so that you can try it.
Awesome. What a great way to get reps in, not at the range.
Reps in at the range, it's almost like a workout. So if you treat this as if you're at the range, you're getting the same physical workout of shooting a full round of skeet, a trap, or an entire sporting clay routine. You're getting that same workout. Your eyes are working out because you're sitting here tracking targets, and we can sit and watch how your gun is swinging. We can see how you're transitioning from one target to the next. The greatest part about this is a lot of shooters really don't understand what the line means, where they have a hold point, look point, break point, where the target starts to transition.
Yeah.
So here we can clearly see exactly where the line is and clearly mark where the transition point happens. So we can help people to go and acquire their target faster versus missing it or not getting it at all.
Wow. Yeah, and you can do that repeatedly on the system where it's not 50 cents for every button push.
No, we can sit here and you can go have it. The ammunition never runs out.
Right.
The ammunition is free.
No earplugs.
So you don't have to worry about no earplugs, no recoil.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, is that someone can really focus on the target, focus on their mechanics, and you're not in an environment dealing with maybe it's a windy day, you're giving a lesson, or a rainy day, but the real minutia of the lesson, which would be figuring out eye dominance, gun fit, body mechanics, those are kind of the boring but necessary parts of the lesson.
Very necessary.
Before you get to start squeezing the trigger.
Yeah.
So this way we can go over a lot of that stuff here, so that when we go to trigger time with real ammunition out at our 5-stand or our skeet field, we're ready to go, and we can go ahead and start that right away.
You got an awesome seating area for come here with a group, and whether you're doing lessons or seminars, or you got a lounge area behind you here, all kinds of beverages, and this is something special here.
It works out well because I tell people that either get lessons together, and you know that as a coach, people that shoot together regularly can pick up on other people's little mistakes. Hey, did you pick your head up? Did you come out of the gun? Is your hold point too tight? Is it too far? Are you transitioning too late to get to that target? Are you following the line? So here, working together as a group, not only can an instructor work with you, but your fellow students or people that are here with you taking the class can watch what you're doing. So you're reinforcing it.
Absolutely.
If there's 3 people here, you're reinforcing that same thing 3 times. Everyone's getting that same type of information.
Well, show me how it works.
Sure, let's go. Okay, so let's get started. We can pick any gun that we sell. and set it up to the TruClay simulator. So this way we have a Beretta 686, which is a nice gun because it's neutral cast. It's light, so anyone can shoot it, and it gives everyone an opportunity. But don't worry about the gun fitting you, because we're going to take care of that in a minute. We'll make sure the gun fits you and has everything where you need to be. And we're going to assume now, as we start this process as we go through, we assume that you have good body mechanics, right? You shot before?
You know, a couple times, yeah.
A couple times, and you shoot both eyes open, right?
Usually, but sometimes I close both.
And that's how you made the Krieghoff team, right? You made the team by both eyes closed. Okay.
That's right.
So let's go ahead and get started. And if we look here, we're going to go ahead, first of all, let's pick some chokes for you. Let's assume that these are Brileys. We'll pick some nice Briley, let's say some improved cylinder.
There we go.
Then I want to make sure the gun fits you.
Okay.
So you like what, a 50-50?
Yeah, let's go with that.
50-50, so let's go right up to the top of the cursor.
Okay.
Give me 3 shots.
All right.
Go ahead and shoot the X.
Okay.
Are you happy with that?
Oh, look at that. The pattern's right there.
Pattern's right there.
Good.
So now, let's practice some basic incoming targets as we get ready to go here.
So right now, you're choosing the location that it's going to come from?
So what we're going to do here is we have 12 target presentations.
Okay.
Pretty much what you'll see in any sporting setup. So we're going to start with an incomer.
Okay.
And then we'll start with some crossers. And a good part of this lesson is that it will be easy for us to see that if we missed an eye dominance part, if you are left eye dominant shooting right-handed, depending on what target presentation, we'll start to notice that and be able to make that adjustment. So let's get you set up with the mic.
Oh, so this is voice activated?
This is voice activated.
Oh,
this is on your call.
Big time.
So we'll go ahead and get started.
Pull. Alessandro, we're at Lock Raven Skeet and Trap Club here. This is the facility that's close to Highland, and we're going to take what we learned on the simulator and put it into practice out here. What a facility.
It's a great place to come, and the advantage of is we're 8 miles from virtual to reality. So rainy nights, windy days, days where you need to get in shape, you can use the simulator, and then on beautiful days like today, you're ready to come right out. And being so close, it makes it that much more convenient.
Yeah, that's great. Well, the simulator, you know, I enjoyed that yesterday, and I'm really looking forward to translating that, you know, into the actual shooting today. But man, that was a great experience on the TruClays.
It was, and one of the things that we cut is we can get right into shooting because we've already gone over all the basics that someone would take up here using real ammunition, a lot of time and a lot of effort, so we can get right into the fun part.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go shoot it.
Let's shoot some.
Pull. Pull. Pull.
Another one.
Pull. 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 Nice.
So here we are at Station 1. So just like Highland, we stood in the simulator and we stood right in the middle of the simulator room. We had a Station 1 high house. So it's the same target. We looked at it many, many times on the simulator. So we've already gone over hold point, look point, break point. So now here we are, we're ready to go.
Awesome. And the body position, everything you were showing me yesterday is going to correlate here. And
everything that we did in the simulator room, you'll repeat the same action right here.
Sounds good.
Let's get going.
All right.
So here we are at station 4, halfway through. How do you feel it correlates to the simulator and what we did there coming through so far to station 4?
Yeah, I mean, what I've, primarily been a sporting clay shooter coming out and on a skeet field, this is not my territory, but the simulator, the hold points that we worked on yesterday, the look points, my body mechanics, I'm amazed, we're halfway through and I wouldn't have broke the birds that I did without it.
Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah, really cool. Great, great practice if you can't get out to the skeet field too. That's something, rainy day practice.
Rainy day practice, you can stay tuned up, keep your mechanics going, and really get a workout. If you treat the simulator like a runner goes on a treadmill, then he's ready for the race that day. So if you're home practicing, I know a lot of international shooters, people at home practice mounts in the mirror and go through that and work on that. So the simulator, you're practicing and getting some trigger time and the ammo is really cheap there.
Yeah.
And then we can come out here and do it for real.
Absolutely. Well, let's keep going. We'll go to
That's
station
great.
5.
Okay. Cody, now that we finished a full round, how do you feel?
Man, I shot pretty good for being a sporting clay shooter. That simulator really got me dialed in. It just really maximized our time together out on this field. We didn't have to go over the basics or fundamentals, and we could just get straight to work on that.
It took a lot of the guesswork out of it.
It really did. I remember those hold points that we trained on the simulator, and a little bit of fine tuning, but boy, that simulator is awesome.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to the shop and look at Mark and look at some of the great wood and stock that he has ready for you to look at.
Absolutely. Let's go see Mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Hey Cody, how are you?
Hey, Alessandro sent me to come check out the workshop here at Highland.
Fantastic, great to see you.
Great to
Thanks
see you.
for coming over.
So you're the man behind the scenes with the service
Yeah,
department.
they keep
here.
me in the dungeon back here, so I can fix things.
Well, this is not quite a dungeon. This is about the cleanest workshop I've ever seen.
Thank you. Yeah, very proud of it.
Absolutely. Well, what are you working on here?
So it's a custom stock I'm making for a client. It's K80, beautiful piece of wood. Got the
gorgeous.
inletting done. I'm working on the finishing right now.
Okay, so is stock work one of the primary services you offer here?
Yeah, for me personally, pretty much that's exclusively what I do. I do a little bit of light gunsmithing, and we're going to get much more into that. But my passion has always been the stock work, so
That's
I really
great.
enjoy the wood.
So do you have a background in woodworking? Is that?
I started out making goose calls and duck calls because I was a hunter, and then
Yeah.
when I started shooting skeet, I immediately knew that I definitely wanted to build my own stock.
So how long did it take from you starting to shoot skeet till building your first stock?
About 30 seconds. Yeah, I knew the gun I had didn't fit right
Yeah.
after somebody showed it to me, and
Yeah.
I was already a woodworker at that point, so it's just a natural transition.
Cool. So if a customer comes in and they want a custom stock, what does that process look like? I mean, is it they pick out their own blank or what?
Yeah, I'll work with anybody if they want to bring their own wood, that's fine, or they can buy wood from me. I have a beautiful selection of English walnut, Claro walnut. We can get Turkish walnut for them, stuff like that. If they bring their own wood, that's perfectly fine too. I do want to look at it to make sure that it's solid and good to start with. But then it's like, do they have a stock that they already like, pattern stock? I can duplicate their pattern stock, or we can start from scratch, and we can just do a tri-gun and fit the gun to them, and I can get some measurements and we can build a stock in that fashion also.
Wow. All right, Mark, so we've got a lot of different wood types here. We were talking a little bit earlier about all the different types, but take me through the selection process and the different types of woods you have available here.
Okay, so the first one you picked up is a piece of burl walnut. You can see, burl maple. And you can see how crazy that figure is.
That's beautiful.
When you put finish on it, it's unbelievable. It really is. It's got so much texture and craziness going on. The problem with it is the grain structure through the wrist is not really good for a lot of shotguns. I use these a lot on semi-autos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's a little more solid to work with on a semi-auto. The inletting is not as important.
Okay.
But not too many people prefer that. This is a good example of Claro walnut.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And you can see the beautiful colors in it. It's got black and oranges and browns and just a lot going on with this. The grain starts to turn down here a little bit, but we'd probably be fine through this area with the wrist.
Wow. And then I see you have templates here. So is that how you would lay that onto?
Yeah, so this is kind of a standard K80. And that way, when you lay that on there, you can really get a super good idea of what part of the wood you want to cut away and what you want to use.
Interesting.
So, you know, I can get the wrist pretty straight through there, and you still have fantastic.
So you're trying to get that grain structure going right through the wrist.
Especially back here. That's where it's going to be the weakest.
Wow, that's great. What are what are the other types we have here?
This is another example of a Claro, just a beautiful kind of, it's got mineral streaking this way, and then you got the feather coming up this way.
Yeah.
It's just how the wood grows. And the nice thing, what I try to look for is something on the same side.
Okay.
That looks similar to the other side. So both sides would be very similar. And in this case, you can see how the grain pretty much straightens out through the wrist area.
That's gorgeous.
And then this is an example of English walnut, where you got nice mineral streaking, nice real light colored wood, good grain structure through the wrist area.
Now, for folks that don't know, where is this wood sourced from in the tree? Where does it come from?
Most of the time it's down towards the root ball.
Okay.
Because that's where it gets kind of really crazy down there.
Wow.
So you get wood guys that cut this stuff really know what they're doing. They have to cut it a certain way. It's got to be dried for many years properly to be good gun stock wood. If it's not, then it's not stable enough, and it tends to shift and move after you cut on it. So it's always a good idea to buy from a reputable wood dealer. Somebody's going to back it up in case there's a problem. They'll generally give you a new piece to start on.
Yeah, and I think that's super important because, I mean, you just don't know what's inside there,
That's
right?
Yeah.
Well, Mark, thank you for stepping me through all the different types of wood. And if you want to come to Highland and get your custom blank, you can get one just like this.
So at the end of the day, Alessandro and I are both shooters. We love competition. We've been shooting shotguns our whole life, and that's kind of why we did all this. We wanted to build a place that was beautiful, had a beautiful showroom, but it was also inviting, and someplace you could come and hang out at. Also, if you need gun work, we wanted to take care of that for you too. So it was kind of a whole trifecta of what we couldn't find really any place else when we traveled around the country. So we're very excited about it and happy to be here.
Well, you nailed the whole experience, and I want to backtrack for just a second there because you mentioned you're a shooter, but you're underselling that a little bit. Tell me about your accomplishment.
Well, I started skeet shooting in 2006. 2014, I almost won the world championship in the 20 gauge. Todd Bender beat me, and I still owe him one for that.
Right there.
But in 2022, I was lucky to win the 12 gauge Skeet World Championship.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, it was one of the highlights of my life, to be honest.
Absolutely. Well, that is a major achievement, and I know your passion for this game. I mean, it just comes out of you, but if you can roll your experience into building a custom stock and help somebody on their journey, right? Because this is one piece of the puzzle in getting there, right?
It's a big piece, it really is. Once you get to a certain level, everything's got to be pretty spot on perfect. And I feel like because of my experience as a competition shooter at a high level, I have something to offer for people that are trying to obtain that goal.
Yeah, I agree. And that experience is so valuable in that. So, Mark, I appreciate the tour of your shop. You have a beautiful facility, and absolutely. Thank you for joining me on this guided tour of Highland Sporting Outfitters. I hope that I was able to take you through and experience some of what I felt the moment I walked in the door here. As soon as you open up into the lobby, I mean, it's just amazing to see all the details that they have, all the guns laid out, and the experience is like any other. If this is something that you'd be interested in come seeing, hop on a plane, come to Maryland, very easy trip. You will not be disappointed. If you can like and subscribe if this video you enjoyed, we ask that you leave comments down below. We'd love to hear your feedback on this and any other facilities that you'd like to see us go tour. So thank you so much for joining us.
and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us. Videos like this wouldn't be possible without the great sponsors of this channel and viewers like yourself. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button below and even consider joining as a premium channel member for early access to videos and podcasts. You can do that by hitting the join button below, and if not, no worries. I appreciate you watching anyways, and you can always find more great content at claylabusa.com. You can also find all the Clay Lab Network podcast episodes on your favorite podcast platforms, but they do publish here first. With all that, this is JP, and until next time.